Secrets, if you really look at yourself, you would be speechless. What happened to being doctors and teachers? What happened to being your brother's keeper? Nowadays, kids more worried about
spilling pistols, popping, baking soda, y'all are whipping. Ain't no turkey on Thanksgiving. My homeboy just domed a nigga. I just hope the Lord forgive him. Pots with cocaine residue. Every day I'm hustling. What else is a thug to do when you eat cheese from the government? Gotta provide for my daughter and them. Get the fuck up out my way, bitch. Got that drum and I got them bass, just like a parade, bitch. Drop that work up in the bushes. Hope them boys don't see my stash. If they do, tell the truth. This the last time you might see my ass. From the gardens where the grass ain't cut, them serpents lurking blood. Bitches selling pussy, niggas selling drugs, but it's all good. Broken promises, still your watch and tell you what time it is. Take your J's and tell you to kick it where a falaka is. In the streets with a heater under my dungarees. Dreams of me getting shaded under money.
When I'm with you, how can us lose and miss the moment? You're just too important. Nobody like you do. I can't lose when I'm with you. I can't just lose and miss the moment.
Yo, what is poppin'? Before the video starts, I just want to let you all know that I give readings, just like the ones that you see every Monday on my channel. I give on point Orisha Tarot card readings for singles and also for couples. I also do natal chart consultations. My Everything is Everything reading is by far my bestseller. If you want to check out any of these services, please visit my website at www.bandclaptv.com. So again, if you want to check these things out, go to my website, www.bandclaptv.com. All right.
Yo, what is poppin'? It's the top of the week, so you already know what time it is. It's your boy, Mr.BandClap, at it again with another on point Orisha Tarot forecast spread. And this is going to be for the week of Monday, November the 20th through Sunday, November the 26th of 2023. As we're getting to the end of this year, a lot of drastic changes, a lot of realizations, a lot of things being shaken up right now. You know, a lot of things moving around, and some of these things took us by surprise. Some of these things we already seen it coming. It was just a build-up situation that happened, and we see how things turned out as far as with the destruction and things like that. This Scorpio season has definitely taught me a lot when it comes to those 8th house things, when it comes to resurrection, transformation, cleaning house, out with the old, in with the new. See, these are things that we start doing way before the quote-unquote new year comes along. I remember around this time, 2022, when I was doing my Orisha astrology videos, and I definitely want to start back doing those again. Once I hit like late October, early November, I was already talking about different things that's going to happen this year. And it's kind of the same thing. That's why I don't pay these calendar events no mind like that, because no cycle is going to be like a perfect 360 around every single time. Sometimes we get to January and we still don't even feel like we're in a new year yet. Sometimes that don't hit us until more around the springtime, or for some of us, sometimes even when it comes to the summertime, that's when we finally feel like that we're in a new year. But right now, as we're ending Scorpio season, we got 2 more days left. There's been a huge push to try to expose, to try to destroy. It's like that last little fight that these malevolent energies have to try one last time to destroy you, to try one last time to bring up your past and all of these type of things. But if you've been doing the work, that old you that they're still trying to expose, and they're still trying to extract some type of fame off of that or popularity off of that, that old you is already ashes to ashes. So if you've been doing this right when it comes to your transformation, no matter how much of the past or no matter how much of the things that you're coming out of, there's nothing that someone will be able to throw in your face that should thwart the new transformation and the journey that you've been going on since the beginning of this season. And since we're talking about this, let's go ahead and talk about some Orisha astrology right quick. So right now, as you can see, the sun is in Scorpio and it's almost out of here. It's in the 9th house. The midheaven right now is in Sagittarius. So a lot of us are already feeling that energy as we speak. And right now, the moon is in Pisces in the 12th house. And also the ascendant right now is in Pisces. So when we talk about Orisha-wise, when we get towards the end of Scorpio season, into Sagittarius season, we're talking about the story of Edo, who is the exalted Oya. That's the Scorpio and Sagittarius connection. And all of us right now are rising out of our own ashes, depending on the situations that you went through during the season. And right now, with the moon being in Pisces and also our ascendant being in Pisces and our Saturn in Pisces, a lot of us right now are paying attention to those last few things when we're talking about subconscious patterns and unknown secrets and things that are unseen when it comes to everybody else. Saturn is here. We're seeing the hard reality when it comes to why these things even exist. And depending on the alchemical process that it took for you to transmute these things, this is going to determine right now what you transformed into, if it was an evolution or a de-evolution. This is also going to determine your quote-unquote new attitude. Now, Ho said it best. Everybody got their thing. And if you've been going on this journey like you're supposed to, then you already know the things that needs to be changed in your life. You already understand what you need to get rid of, the things, people, places, situations that you need to stop going around and things like that. So using this astrology breakdown, talking about the attitude of the new Edo, because we understand Oya can be very chaotic. She can be very aggressive. You know, that Mars energy, she represents the hurricane and storms and stuff like that. But when she transforms into Edo, which is the exalted Oya, she turns into the beautiful rainbow dragon. So what does that mean? The best way to explain is this new attitude that you should be having if you went on this transformation journey and you're rising up from the ashes during Sagittarius season. And this Keras placement explains this perfectly. You know, it says this should make you a ambitious, intelligent, and clever character, exuding strong magnetism and sex appeal. Personal charm and shrewdness are the keys to success. One does not hesitate to resort to indiscretion and often reveals what is supposed to remain secret. However, you know, this talks about someone with great moral integrity. Success can be achieved in diplomacy and in activities requiring meditation and negotiation skills. And as far as your personality right now, you know, this is going to make you come off as someone that's honest, someone that is inspiring, someone that is extremely intuitive right now, someone who's very careful, and someone who story and personality is so magnetic, it makes you impressionable to people that are still going through their transformation process. Now, on the contrary, we can look at this palace placement, and this can show you some different characteristics of if people have devolved in their transformation or they wasn't listening to their own intuition. So now they're like a sitting duck while everybody else is transforming and showing off their transformation. So this talks about someone who is foolhardily combative and intransient character. One does not hesitate to be involved in conflicts, no matter how dangerous they might be. There's a strong probability of violence and accidents, whether one is the perpetuator or the victim. If aggressive instincts are constructively canalized, one may be entrusted with a position of authority and achieve success through acts of bravery. And even though with that last sentence, you know, that's what things can be at the end of the tunnel if you still decide that you want to go on this transformation journey. But since you're starting so late, your personality is going to be looked at as delusional, careless, deceptive, dishonest, uninspiring, and unimpressionable. It's going to look like you're trying to overcompensate for something using escapism. And it's funny because that kind of reminded me of the Snoop Dogg thing where he was talking about he was going to quit smoking. Like, I can't believe that like people fell for that. And you had these rappers coming out like, yeah, I support Snoop, I'm gonna quit smoking too, and all that kind of stuff, just for him to come out and be like, oh man, it was for an ad. You know, that was funny. But right now, the real is definitely going to recognize the real right now. And even though Sagittarius is right around the corner, Scorpio is still in full effect. Scorpio not over yet. And we can kind of see this with the explosions, with the exposings that's still going on. All right, so let's get to this reading. Like I always say, there are 7 rows for 7 days, Monday through Sunday. And we also have the 2 cards to the side from my Santa Muerte Oracle deck. And this is going to be just the overall message for this week. And like I always say, you may not go through or experience this on the particular day. It's just something for you to be cognizant about during the week. So the first card that we have for this overall message is the 19 card, and this is the card that talks about memory, you know, the capacity to conserve and recall information, emotions, and events by searching within our minds. It forms one of the bases of human knowledge, and it is fed by the sensory impressions left on us by what surrounds us. So this card talks about, so right now on an outer level, we need to take advantage of the reserve of culture and experience that the people that came before us have accumulated. So this is something that me and a close Oshun of mine was talking about, and we was talking about how a lot of our experiences aren't really our own. And when you look into the world and you really see other people's experiences and stuff like that, you find so many similarities, to the point where when I do my readings and I realize the type of Orisha you represent, you don't have to tell me anything about your childhood, how you grew up, your the things that you was interested in, any of those type of things. All I got to do is just tell the patakis or the mythology, and it's almost like I'm reading a autobiography of your life. And so if that doesn't tell you that that our experiences are not our own, I don't know what else to tell you. So in a way, this is a good thing, because that means that the transformation that you just turned into, it may seem new to you, but if you really do your research, you'll find that you're not even alone. You know, there's an ancestor or someone that has already made this particular transformation as well. And you being able to get access to those memories, not only will you know how to move and stuff like that during your transformation, you know, you can get some insight to what you may end up transforming into next, because we're all transforming. You know, these are all cycles that we go through, and we're always transforming in some type of way. Going on this path is just kind of slowing things down in your reality, so that way that you can pay more attention to these transformations as they're happening, and also being able to take part in the programming of yourself during these transformations and the things that you want to accomplish and all of that type of stuff when you go through your transformation. All right, so let's see what this second card is about. So as we can see, the second card is the 9 card, and it is reversed. So on an inner level, we're going to be taking in consideration this 9 card. So right now, during this time, because we're getting close to the quote-unquote Christmas times. So I remember when I was in school, when I was a kid, it would be around this time of year that I started writing out my Christmas list, because I know, you know, this will be the time of year where my mom and dad start to save their money to buy me and my little brother Christmas gifts and stuff like that. And then also, I know that this is around the time that my grandmother and my auntie and my uncles and all of those people start saving up their money for Christmas. And the way it used to work when I was a kid, all my cousins, all the kids will all meet up at my grandma's house on Christmas, and they would have boxes and boxes and boxes. So many boxes that all of them couldn't even fit under the tree. So that's what I think of when I'm thinking about this card. I'm gonna have to put the name below because I can't pronounce this. I think it's Tlaloc or something like that. T-L-A-L-O-C. This is the god of rain and fertility. Again, this is a 808. This is the 808 card, and then it's a 9 card. You know, or Oya, the mother of 9, 808. So this is like I can't make this up. So even when we're talking about this Santa Muerte deck, there's still a 808 figure in this. So this deity is benevolent and indulgent towards the prayers and sacrifices that are offered to him. He was still worshipped with fear because although he watered fields and gave prolificy with one hand, he could cause floods and droughts and summon lightning with the other. So this also could represent the Orisha Oshumare. You know, Oshumare, he represents the serpent that you know, that brings water from the surface to the sky and creates rain and stuff like that. And when we talk about Oshumare in the media, you know, this is talking about the powers that be that can change the climate of the country and stuff like that. Remember in my Akasha and the Mysterious Rainbow Serpent video, when I broke down the whole thing about Oshumare and 808, and I was talking about Aaliyah, I was talking about Diddy, all those type of things. And it's crazy because Diddy is actually in the news again. So it's crazy how this card comes up and, you know, everything that's going on right now. So on an inner level, we're going to have to pay attention and weigh the forces that we wish to put into play, because they are like water. It can irrigate, but in excess, it can cause floods, and in absence, it can cause drought. So pretty much when it comes to this week, again, a lot of introspection, a lot of remembering, and also there's going to be a lot of moving forward. And as you're moving forward, it's time for you to put out there in the atmosphere the new people, places, things, and situations that you want in your life as your new transformed self. And make sure you're honest about this. Make sure you're not being delusional. You know, kind of like if you were a kid and you know you've been bad all year, why are you wasting paper and pencil to write a Christmas list? And why you got a PS5 on there? You know, you don't got no license, you know, you can't drive, but you got a Hellcat on your Christmas list. You're a college student that needs to be studying because of the tests that you got to take and all of that. But on your Christmas list, you got a trip to Dubai, you know. So definitely keep those things in mind as we're talking about this reading for the week. All right, so let's see what Monday has for us. So right now, you know, we may be in our transformed phase right now. You know, last week was the resurrection. So, you know, during your resurrection right now, you may have came into some financial success, or you may have came into some type of situation where as a woman, you might have enhanced your beauty or something, or transformed as far as a weight loss journey, or as a man, you finally got that 6-figure job that you've been trying to apply for and you finally got it. Any number of things could be the reason why you're shining right now during your transformation. But with this 5 of air, the things that you can do with your 5th house energy, you know, you're happy, you're jolly, you got this childlike energy where you can be creative and all that type of stuff. It's easy for you to get these naive rose-colored glasses on because now it seems like everybody want to be your friend. You know, everybody wants to get with you and everybody's talking about how they want to be with you and all that type of stuff. And if you really, really pay attention, you know, some of these people were people that was talking cash shit about you in your when you were in your previous state. You know, you got people talking to you now and want to deal with you now to where when you were in your previous state, they wouldn't have noticed you. You know, they would have brushed you off. You know, they would have treated you like a homeless person or whatever. So that's where the memory comes in, making sure that you remember all the people that doubted you. Make sure that you keep tabs on the people that tried to set you up, all these type of things, because when the glow up happens, these are going to be the same people that's going to try to get in your good graces now that they see that everything that you told them that you was trying to transform into and they didn't believe you and you finally did it. So now this new environment that you're in, you know, so this 5 of air talks about you are flirting with danger. So make sure you understand the environment that you're in, because you may not yet be in an environment to where you're around other people that's transformed as well. And do not boast of your virtues, since danger may be looming and you may be unaware of it, or it may be camouflaged. So that's very important right now for people who are already going through their transformation, and maybe you rose out of your ashes faster than everybody else. So you represent everything that everybody else around you is still waiting for their turn. So they're seeing you basking in your glory. And, you know, some people, you know, they're going to be genuinely happy for you. But the ones who are not, definitely watch them. You know, definitely watch them. Remember, you know, definitely remember and make sure that you're doing what you need to do to stay protected and stay camouflaged as well. All right. So when we look at this message from water reverse right now, you know, a lot of us secretly, because we're still talking about Scorpio, so secretly we're going to be surrounded by these type of people that feel like this emotionally. You know, they feel like failure in their triumph and determinations, unreal dreams or fantasy. And you know, this Pisces ascendant, this is what they're going to come off as. You know, this is how they're going to be going by their life. So, you know, these type of people that you don't need to be around, that you don't need to be discussing your you know, the benefits of your transformation. You know, these characteristics, these people are going to display these characteristics. Someone with carnal desires, slightly unethical, failure in different things and at different levels. What you're going to realize is not everybody was able to do what you did and do it so well, you know, do it so gracefully, do it so masterfully, you know. And since we're still in Scorpio season, you know, these people may try to smile in your face just so they can latch on to you. You know, maybe if they can latch on to you like a leech on a host, maybe they can use some of the energy that they steal from you to jumpstart what they're trying to do. So definitely be careful of that right now. And when we talk about this man with the broken up couple next to it, you know, this reminds me of the Megan Thee Stallion situation, you know, because as we know, you know, Megan Thee Stallion, she got this Cobra song out, and she was talking about the situation that happened between her and Party. And then Party just came out with this song called The Person, pretty much talking about all the different signs and stuff that he missed because of who she was and how he felt betrayed. You know, there was a lot of secrets that he knew that, you know, he kept quiet about. You know, he was pretty much a rebound. He was pretty much a rebound guy from the other person that she was with. And he was really believing her when she was telling him these sob stories and all this stuff, you know, just to find out that in his way of looking at it, Megan Thee Stallion was a message from Water Reverse. You know, even though on the outside, you know, she was this super independent, you know, beautiful, ambitious woman, stuff like that. But she was really, she really had a failure in her thoughts. You know, she had unreal dreams and fantasy. She had carnal desires. You know, she had a triumph that was a slightly unethical and amoral triumph. We all know what that triumph was, you know. So with Party, you know, this is what leads him to believe that this whole time that he was with her, he was flirting with danger. You know, different guys that she was sexually involved with while they were together. You know, she was bringing these guys around him like, you know, they were like her producers or, you know, something like that. And he was dapping these guys up, you know, whole time. He said, the dude that you did the tags for his beats, you let him tag and you let him beat, you know. So I know a lot of y'all, you know, this transformation has gave you a new faith. You know, it's gave you a new hope. I've even seen people on Facebook getting baptized. I'm even seeing people on Instagram going into new religions, and, you know, NLE Chopper going Muslim now, and, you know, all of these different things that's going on in the world, because all these celebrities are doing is just, you know, they're programmed orders to play out different things that has something to do with the astrology that's going on. You know, it's all a big play. None of this stuff in Hollywood you're supposed to take seriously, because these people are getting paid millions of dollars, you know, to keep you distracted. You know, so the things that you're gonna have to do right now to keep the peace, you may have to break up from the person that you're with because you transformed and they haven't, and it may be something painful for you to do. You know, you may need to jump into an uncomfortable situation out of your shell so that you can get out of a situation. You know, make sure you keep your grass cut. So, you know, there's still going to be snakes in the grass, but at least now you'll be able to see them and you'll know how to walk around them. You know, so definitely keep that in mind for Monday. And let's see what Tuesday has for us. So for Tuesday, these are for people who are observing their Neptune and Pisces, this Neptune and Pisces ascendant energy that's going on. And some of us right now, and I know that this is something that I've been observing as well, that we still may have certain things that we do, certain ways that we think, certain emotional responses and triggers and things like that that has something to do with our previous transformation. There may have been things that we were doing, things that we were holding on to, different things like that. And, you know, it made sense in the last transformation, you know, in our last, you know, who we used to be. But now in this new environment, in this new transformation that we're in, now these things no longer suit us. So now, like this enslaved prisoner reverse card, you know, it says the greatest pain has ceased, but the effects of incomprehension still affect you. Now it's time to break the chains, whether it's physical, moral, mental, or spiritual. You can do it, and avail yourself of the truths that your enemies and torturers have granted you. Ease your tension and forgive with the sublimation of love. It is time to face reality, because also Saturn is in Pisces in the 12th house right now, you know, so it's time for us to face the reality of a lot of the unknown issues that have plagued us even since our last transformation. All right, so with this 6 of fire, you know, a lot of us are going to be doing spiritual work. And in this spiritual work, since we're in this transformation that we're doing, we have to understand that, yes, a lot of these things may be new to us, but there have been countless spiritual teachers and stuff like that who's been through these things as well before us. So with that being said, you know, we can't let arrogance dim our achievements, because it's going to turn away those that wish to honor us and show us their admiration. You know, we can't rest on our laurels and fall into monotony and laziness and idleness, you know, justifying ourselves by our past achievements and becoming false idols, you know, because we're coming into a situation now to where there's more and more and more people that are going on this particular journey, which means that we're all going to have similar story and stuff like that. And no story is better than the other, because it's all about what type of transforming experience was you able to get out of these things. You know, it's not about what book you studied. You know, it's not about what sermon you memorized, or, you know, what lecture you memorized or whatever. this spiritual work is personal, you know, and it's based on your personal experiences, and it's based on the things that you have went through and accumulated in your particular journey. All right. So again, the 7 of air. So don't think you're alone. You know, don't think you're alone. Don't think you're the only person that is going through these, you know, different triggers and going through these traumatic experiences and going through different things that would make you enslave yourself, you know, enslave your mind, that would make you cut yourself off from your own prosperity and your own abundance because of a desperation mindset and a scarcity mindset, because of the transformation that you're coming out of right now. And this is the reason why soul family is important, you know, because I may not have went through the exact thing that you went through. You may not have went through the exact thing that I went through. But the result is, this is the reason why we're at this common ground now. And that, you know, that garners a different level of understanding than what you're going to get out in the world, you know, with these bots and these human NPCs and stuff like that, that only care about materialism, that only care about things of this world. And, you know, as long as you got that type of frame of mind, that's what's going to get you through. You know, you got this frame of mind that you're not alone, that you can break the chains when it comes to the last little bits of things of this previous transformation that you're still getting out of. And at the end of the day, nobody is perfect. That's the biggest thing. You know, nobody is perfect. Nobody is above reproach. You know, anybody can get the smoke. Anybody can get the smoke, but also anybody can get the transformation. Anybody can transform as well. You know, all right. So let's see what Wednesday has for us. So with this 4 of earth reversed, still understand that even though you got this fresh transformation and all of that type of stuff, you know, it's still going to take some time for you to really, really get in the groove of this new transformation. My homeboy was watching Blue Beetle yesterday. And one thing that I've noticed from Blue Beetle, Spider-Man, Iron Man, you know, once they've transformed into this superhuman type of person, you know, it takes them a while for them to be able to get used to their powers. You know, it's not something that, you know, you just transform and you wake up and you're like, all right, you know, let's do this. Let's jump on high buildings and, you know, let's, you know, swing from a street pole and all of this kind of stuff. You know, it takes some time for you to be able to catch your bearings and understand the things that this new transformation is going to entail. So with this 4 of earth, you know, this talks about someone who was rushing their transformation. You know, they transformed and they rushed out without even thinking about looking at the owner's manual of their transformation, you know, looking at the direction book or whatever, because you're just so excited that this transformation has happened. And you got to be careful because, you know, like this card says, remember, the higher you reach, the more careful you have to be. It is difficult for human beings to keep their balance while on top. You can be surprised and fall off as quickly as you rose to the top. And if you don't learn the lesson of Saturn, a severe but fair judge, you are liable to fall into excessive ambitions, avarice, stinginess, or on the other hand, squandering, excessive spending, trusting that you will always succeed materially. So, you know, this is definitely a lesson for Sagittarius, you know, because Sagittarius season starts on, I think it starts on, what, Wednesday? Yeah, so now we're in Sagittarius season. Now, when we see this devil card, reverse with the Ace of Earth reverse, you know, this is one of those things to where it's like, yeah, it seems like the devil is defeated, but with this Ace of Earth reverse, you know, it's not going down alone. This devil is defeated, but it's not going down alone. And for some people, this devil being defeated is going to take your self-esteem with you. It's going to take your, and that's the reason why right now the second house is in Aries, because, you know, we're going to have to create a new identity when it comes to our personal finances, material possessions, and our overall concept of value. And this is the reason why, you know, you don't need to be trying to rush and climb Mount Everest once this transformation has completed in your life, because you may get halfway up the mountain just to come to the realization that you don't want to climb mountains no more. You know, you want to swim in the ocean or something like that. So definitely keep that in mind. And the last card we got is the message from air. Just because you feel like that, that you transformed and you're in a new situation, that doesn't mean that the grind is over. You still got to keep up the progress. You still got to stick to what you have agreed on and don't let yourself down. You know, So if this is you right now, get out of your lethargic state, connect with the environment, following the voice of your consciousness and your internal impulse, and you will see that new energy will arise and that your capacity and talent will be a new bastion. Otherwise, you will remain anonymous. All right, so let's see what Thursday has for us. So now we're on Thursday, and if you've been doing this right, you understand the people, places, things, and situations that you don't need around you right now. And so we got the air element, and so these are the people that you don't need to be communicating with. You know, these are the type of people that that you don't need influencing you on a mental level. You don't need to be associated with these people in any kind of way, and you also don't need to be partnering up with these type of people in any kind of way. So with the Obanani reverse card, in a way, you know, this is someone that has a lot of Oshun type of energy. You know, she may be a divine whore, or she may just be a hoe, and you're trying to turn her into a wife, but that's not her path. You know, these are women that are, you know, mutilating their bodies, unhealthy jealousy, women who are not susceptible to change when it comes to their mental, when it comes to their spiritual, when it comes to their emotional, but they can talk a good game about it. They can mentally make you feel like that they've changed, but they really haven't. You know, they can spew a bunch of knowledge to make you think that they've changed, but they really haven't. They can even associate and partner up with other shiesty people that you know, it may seem like that they've changed or whatever, but that's not the case. And then when it comes to the guys that you don't need to be associated with right now, the guys that you don't need to be partnering with, the guys that you don't need to be mentally involved with, as far as, you know, having conversations with these type of guys, you know, stay away from guys who have a lack of self-assurance, lack of faith in themselves, you know, guys that prevail only through materialism, you know, guys who their spiritual protection is weak. You know, they may have a gun, but their spiritual and their emotional, their mental protection is weak as a result of this. You know, people who are impulsive and incoherent, you know, and right now, for you who have transformed, you know, these people are going to stick out like a sore thumb right now. And the reason why is because they're dissatisfied with their life, you know, full of water. They're dissatisfied, you know, in private, because we know the fourth house represents the maternal caregiving figures, tradition, the private things that's going on in your life. You know, with these people, they have a dissatisfaction, they have a fatigue because of material losses and things like that. You know, they're being told and they're hitting the wall, and they're seeing over and over that they should have took certain other chances when those chances presented themselves, you know. And with this Yemoya card and this Two of Earth, you know, this is talking about someone who, you know, they could have done the right thing, you know, last week during the time where the Yemoya card was the card, and it was about resurrection and all that kind of stuff, you know, but they were serving two masters. So as a result, now they're going through loss of property and assets. They're going through physical disturbance, you know, they're going through bankruptcy, closing down, irritability of someone higher up than you, who you need to apologize to. You know, this kind of reminds me of the Diddy situation. You know, this reminds me of the Cassie situation. You know, this might be what she was going through, you know, because she was serving two masters. Because I personally don't think that she wasn't complicit in no kind of way with the things that went down. But I think the reason why she's speaking out now is because, you know, she's going through some type of loss of property, loss of assets, you know, a irritability. You know, she might even be going through a separation or divorce, or, you know, something like that, to where she needs the money. And so, you know, she ends up doing this situation. And it's something that, you know, when you go through something like that, you know, you want to see that person come to justice. You know, no amount of money should be able to buy you out of a situation that happens like that. And the fact that, you know, he was able to settle with her. And remember, you know, Diddy has been transforming for a while now. First he was Puffy. First he was Puff Daddy. Then he was Puffy. Then he was P. Diddy. Then he was Diddy. Now he's Brother Love. So now, you know, he's trying to be Brother Love now, but people are coming out talking about, you know, exposing the things that he was doing as P. Diddy, exposing the things that he was doing as Puffy, exposing the things that he was doing as Puff Daddy. You know, and since he has always progressed in business, that's the only reason why he's been able to skate away and escape from these situations. And R. Kelly wasn't able to do it, because R. Kelly, he wasn't as business savvy and business literate like Diddy was. So when his money ran out and his money dried up and stuff like that, you know, now he was able to be taken advantage of by the women that he was with. Cassie tries to do the same thing to Diddy, and you know, he still got businesses, he still got money and stuff like that. So you know, he went ahead and paid her off. So again, right now, you know, people are going through these things because when they were supposed to transform, they were serving two masters. So now they're dissatisfied with what they've you know, accumulated, which is really nothing. And you know, this leads to you being a Obanani reversed as a woman, and as a man, this is like you're doing magic on yourself. You know, the magician reversed. It's like you're being a dark magician on yourself right now. And you know, sadly, these are the people that's going to have the mic. You know, these are the people that are going to be trying to influence you. You know, these are the people that's going to be trying to get you off your square, you know, if you're not careful. So definitely be on point with that. Make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do in this time. Let's see what Friday has for us. All right, so for Friday, these are talking about the unstable foundation that needed to be shaken up so that you can transform into this phoenix. You know, for some people, it might have been easy, you know, for them to leave everything and make this transformation. You know, for some people, it may have been extremely difficult, you know, to make this transformation. As a result, you know, they might have lost their home, their partner, or their family, you know. But every exodus brings knowledge as well as danger or trouble and perhaps suffering. We're all going through this in some kind of way right now, but depending on, you know, your connection with your higher self, your inner child, your spiritual team and stuff like that, you know, this don't have to be a rough transition. So the three cards under this leads me to believe that this may be a situation of you might have transformed, and this transformation led to a realization. You know, let's say that you was married, you know, you was a married man, you had a good family at home, you had a good wife, but because of Scorpio season, you know, which is super about having affairs and sex and, you know, things like that, you might have got caught up. You might have got caught up cheating or being unfaithful or something like that. And that caused you to have to split up from your wife, you know, split up from being around your children. And so now, you know, you transformed, you want to make things right with your significant other. You want to come back. You know, this Nine of Earth could also mean someone who wants to come back, you know, someone who left, but they want to come back, you know. So you got the Eshu card under that. You know, this person, they might have felt like that, you know, that they had a lot more than what they thought they had. You know, they might have felt like that they were invincible. You know, sometimes the Eshu energy can make you feel unstoppable. Sometimes the Eshu energy can make you feel invincible and things like that. And if you use this Eshu energy for bad, you're going to end up with this Five of Earth, the falling goat, the goat that falls and stuff like that. Now, if you truly transformed and the damage that you did wasn't so bad that you can't come back, then, you know, you might end up getting into a lucky emotional situation. You know, you didn't put yourself in this mess. And so now, you know, you got this Five of Water, but it's reversed, you know. So this is talking about holding on to a new hope. The tree that you once cut down will start to grow again and develop that branch that can help you to get out of the mess that you ended up getting yourself in. And the reason why you're going through this right now is because, you know, now there's an illness, there's a need of rest, there's a wound of sorrow that's caused by loneliness, you know. So this is someone that's hurting because now they're realizing that, you know, what they left wasn't worth it after all. And it's like, you know, they're holding on to a new hope that maybe they'll be able to come back and show that they've changed and show that they transformed and make things right, you know. Now, we kind of seen this in the media with the Tyrese situation, but with her, you know, it turned out that she was, you know, she was being manipulative. The real reason why she wanted to reconcile and come back into Tyrese's life was because she was running low on money. You know, she was losing a lot of money. She was about to get evicted from her house and all that type of stuff. And that's the real reason why she was trying to get back into his good graces and trying to move back in with him and all that kind of stuff, you know. So if this is you, you know, whether this is a guy trying to come back or a woman trying to come back, if you got negative intentions right now, and let's say somebody is willing to give you a second chance, if you got negative intentions right now, it's going to be exposed. It's going to come out. And this is the worst time. You know, that's the worst time for you to be on some treachery like that. So now we are on the weekend, baby. So let's see what Saturday has for us. So because of the events that has been transpiring, you know, us being in this reflective state, looking back over our lives and all that type of stuff, for some of us, this is what's going to, you know, be instrumental in giving us a change of heart, you know, which is the 7 of water, which is looking for the solution and going into the right path and being persistent, you know, understanding that humility leads to greatness, and only those who have a great spirit will reach great goals. And when we look at the moon card beneath that, you know, this is the reason why you're going on this new path and all of that, because you're sick or tired of being sick and tired. You know, that's what that moon card is talking about. You know, worries, sadness, sorrow. You know, you're tired of going through these type of things. You know, you're tired of experiencing these type of things, and this is why you're going on this. You know, you're turning around, you're reversing, and you're going to the right path that you know you're supposed to have been going on. And the reason why you're doing this is because, you know, it took you this Sagittarius season. It took you that type of time for you to finally be honest and come to terms with the instability in your work, the instability in your routines and your patterns and the different things that you knew wasn't healthy for you. You've realized that the progress that you haven't been making, you know, is because of low self-esteem and a low sense of status, a low sense of value, all of those type of things. You know, you let your stubbornness and you let your omnipotence blind you. You know, the reason why, you know, you was facing all that sadness and you was facing all of those hardships with that moon card that's leading you to this 7 of water is because you were coveting more than what you deserve. So there was a once upon a time where you had everything you needed, but you coveted more than what you deserve. And some of those resources, they were given to you so you can give to others, but you coveted more than what you deserve. You know, you had envy and you got corrupted. You know, you became a fraud, and you started extorting and blackmailing people and all that kind of stuff. You know, instead of using your powers and doing the right thing. So now, you know, like the song say, now you're trying to clean up what you messed up and start things over again. You know. So, you know, whether this is you, and this is what Sunday has for us, you know, whether what I said for Saturday represents you, or, you know, you are someone who's coming from the bottom and now you're on top. This message from Fire, it says, do not let anything or anyone discourage you, since reason acts according to your moves. Make sure that you're always fair in your attitudes, and you'll always have the courage in fulfilling your duties, rank, and achievement in your performance. Understand that the truth is going to guide you, and love will therefore be your corollary and only means for happiness, you know. And you heeding to this message is going to give you the willpower to overcome any danger or difficulties. When it comes to us emotionally right now, we got the Oshumare, we got the Ace of Fire, and we got the water element. So this Oshumare, you know, this is talking about the rainbow that happens after the storm, you know, the Edo card. And Edo has the crown of the sun, which is the Ace of Fire. Have a new identity, a change of heart, and a radiating spirit, and a radiating presence. And when it comes to the water signs right now, you know, this is going to be the most important for y'all, you know, whether it has something to do with those fourth house things, you know, which is things of the home, you know, private matters, ancestry, things like that. Whether it's the 8th house, whether it's Scorpio, you know, things dealing with finances, business, things dealing with sex, death, transformation, or Pisces, you know, dealing with those dreams and those imaginations and those unknown type of things. Right now, during this season, walk boldly into this transformation, you know, and understand that, you know, you're always going to be transforming. You're always going to be changing. You know, this isn't going to be the last transformation that you're going to go through, you know, so enjoy it, you know, enjoy it. Use this time to learn more about yourself. Use this time to learn about your strengths, your weaknesses, learn about your new powers, you know, your new abilities and all of these different things that this transformation is going to have to offer. But while you're doing that, 3 of air, understand that the devil is always busy. The devil is always busy, you know, and even though you're going through this transformation and stuff like that, you know, understand that there's always going to be obstacles. There's always going to be new enemies and new dangers and stuff like that. You know, the reason why you need to go on this journey and really learn who you are with this transformation is because, like I said, you know, you're gonna have people, places, things that's already looking at you, and they already see what you're transforming into. And if they can stop it before you get to your full power, they will. If they can cause some danger in your life, they can make you backslide, doubt, jealousy, all these type of things. If they can fill you with this to make you destroy yourself, you know, they'll do that as well. You know, people out here are real envious. You know, people out here real crazy, you know. So definitely right now, stay protected. You know, whatever frequencies, high vibrating frequencies that you need to listen to, I recommend 528 hertz, 963 hertz, and 369 hertz. No, 396. I think that's what it's called. 396 hertz. 396 hertz to let go of any fear and doubt. 528 hertz to raise your frequency, you know, and 963 hertz, you know, to charge you up. And if y'all can heed that message, my friends, you will be glad that you did. All right, y'all. So this is going to be a very, very, very interesting week. You know, congratulations to all of us who are going through our transformations. And now we're going to be sharing our experiences from the other side of those transformations. So I can't wait to hear y'all stories and stuff like that. You know that I still give readings. Go to my website, www.bandclaptv.com, and click on the services tab where you'll see all the readings that I provide. And until next time, peace.
What's up, y'all? I hope y'all enjoyed that video, and if you stayed to the end, I appreciate you. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, I want to redirect you to my Instagram page. I don't promote my Instagram page a lot, but as my subscriber count and things like that rise due to things like shadow banning and stuff like that, I'm hearing that a lot of people aren't getting my notifications when I go live on YouTube and stuff like that. So for all things BandClap TV, my Instagram page and my story are going to have all of the notifications and things like that when it comes to when I'm going live, when I'm going, you know, when I'm releasing videos, when I'm releasing content. Also on my Instagram page, if you're curious about my reviews for my readings and stuff like that, as you can see on my Instagram, I have a lot of different testimonials and stuff like that. For those who don't know of me as an artist, I also have videos of me performing and stuff like that. I'll be putting out more stuff like that very, very soon. So I'm just trying to get as many people right now to go ahead and follow me on Instagram. That is BandClap TV, and also my Facebook and Snapchat, BandClap TV as well. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all, and like I always say, no matter what, you got to stay shining. You got to stay shining.